It's no secret that we spend a lot of time and effort trying to appear confident when we're around other people because we kind of have no choice but to. Some people are extremely judgmental, whether they're aware of it or not. Sizing people up is a built-in trait from evolution. When we appear confident and bold, people subconsciously position us above on their social hierarchy. This is why it matters how you dress in particular, the strength behind your voice when you speak, and your posture when you enter a room. All of these factors heavily influence how people treat you. But the crazy thing is, so many of us feel a huge disconnect between the person that we're trying to appear in the world as and who we literally are as a person. Because no matter how precisely we condition ourselves or how obsessively we keep up with the current trends or how clever our manner of speech may be, the whole thing ends up feeling like a humongous facade. It feels like we're just putting this show on. We're not actually confident. It's like slapping makeup on a pig. And it's a problem because the more you strain to act like a confident person in the real world in general, people don't really buy it. They can simply tell that it's forced. False smiles are really easy to spot, you know? I think the reason why most of us don't feel confident and firm is because we've forgotten a concept that is fundamental to the way our psychology works. And that is, while we're indeed very efficient at judging other people and sizing them up, our brain uses the exact same mechanism to judge ourselves. We observe our own lives from the sidelines, constantly judging the things we say, the thoughts we entertain, and the habits we engage in. And this frequent observation happens without our conscious knowledge, because it's subconscious knowledge. And this subconscious of ours is always monitoring us, noting down things, comparing our lifestyle to our value system. And the more time goes on, the more proof our subconscious gathers to make an opinion about ourselves, just like it would with other people. The more time we live in contradiction to our value system, the lower our opinion will be of ourselves. So if we happen to have a low opinion of ourselves, we'd likely have very low self-esteem, low self-confidence, and decreased self-efficacy. There's a very good chance that your subconscious has observed that you live in a way that contradicts your fundamental value system. And this is where affirmation culture gets it absolutely wrong. It sounds good to look in the mirror and say, I am powerful and strong. I attract wealth, love, and success. But the truth is, your subconscious is very difficult to fool. If you say one thing but behave the opposite way, your subconscious won't be convinced. Instead, it gathers real-life evidence and builds a self-doubt complex that seeps into every area of your life. That's the deceptive nature of our subconscious. It influences our mood, mindset, and overall mental state more than we probably realize, accounting for over 85% of our total mental function. How we conduct ourselves in its presence is everything. The key to confidence and boldness isn't to care more about what others think, but to take seriously the relationship you have with your subconscious. You can actually form a partnership, even a friendship with it. So if you like the idea of improving this relationship, a great way to start is to nurture it, just like any other relationship, by spending time getting to truly understand it. You need to spend time to get to know yourself, to unravel what your fundamental value system is so that you can better live in accordance to that. So take some time to ask yourself some important questions like, what kind of person do I want to be in this world? How can I live in a way that I would be proud of? What kind of habits does my ideal self have? And if I'm truly my ideal self, how would I interact with the people around me? How would I spend my time when nobody is around? Does my ideal self make mistakes sometimes? If yes, how does my ideal self respond to the mistakes that I make? Would I really learn from them and encourage myself to do better? Your answers to these types of questions will surely help you to uncover truths that you hold about yourself and the standards that you're trying to uphold yourself to. Because whether you're aware of these ideas consciously or not, they're there in your subconscious, and your subconscious is frequently comparing your behavior to these ideals. So it's extremely crucial to make out some time to try to find out what constitutes a good and honorable person according to you. And maybe there's a lot of truth to these underlying beliefs. Sometimes these beliefs are a little unbalanced and they probably need correcting, and you need to form healthier values and healthier expectations of yourself. So, a better way to do this is to go through this whole process of writing this stuff down and diving deep by yourself, and then taking that information you got to a friend or third party, ideally a therapist or a mental health professional, and try to figure out whether or not this value system is actually useful for you personally. Are you holding yourself to unrealistic expectations, or are these healthy and good ideals to have? Because either way, there's absolutely no getting around the fact that if you want to develop a good opinion about yourself, your behaviors and your values need to correspond. And for that to happen, it's either your behaviors need to change or your values need to change. And as you go through this whole process, you may realize that you are on your own side more than you probably realize. And when your conscious mind and your subconscious mind are in agreement, you'll find that there's a certain uniformity to your character. You don't say one thing and then do another. You don't act one way in public and then act another way when you're alone. You'll surely be a more consistent human being with a more authentic identity. You'll feel like yourself. You'll feel like you're more you. And that's a really ethereal thing to try to relay to you, but it's a very real feeling. And that feeling is what confidence feels like. It's to be authentically you in the presence of others while you're alone. It just doesn't really matter. You're you no matter what the circumstances may be. And I really, really hope that this video gives you some ideas as to how you can get there in your life. So if you like this video, make sure that you actually hit the like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments section. Other than that, thank you for watching.